I'm Mitch from Beyond the Woods, and this is the Carvin BX1500. Let's get into it. What makes this amp stand out from everything else is the amount of EQ control. In total, you get 3 sweepable mid-range controls: bass, treble, mid-range contour, and to top it off, a 9-band graphic EQ. Besides the other Carvin BX series amps, I don't think any other amp on the market has this much control. Of course, all the EQ points in the world can't make up for a tone that isn't usable in the first place, but this preamp doesn't have a whole lot of flavor to it. To show you what I mean, I'm going to run into the amp with everything set flat, and then compare that to running directly into the power amp using the effects loop return. Since they sound essentially the same, what this means is that you basically need to use the EQ on the amp in order for this to sound flavorful or interesting, unless you have like a preamp in your bass or a pedal or something else to put in front. Setting everything flat probably won't do you very much good. Now, my Warwick is a very mid-rangey bass to begin with, so it might look like I'm scooping out way too many mids, but that's just what I gotta do with this instrument in particular. The compression was a pleasant surprise. I expected it to be just another feature thrown in there for the heck of it, but it feels really good under the fingers. My only critique is that it doesn't have very much automatic makeup gain to it, meaning that you have to turn up the volume a little bit when you turn up the compression. And that's irritating because it goes against the idea of one-knob compression. Nonetheless, I love how the compressor sounds. It's never overbearing or pumpy or anything like that. It is very, very musical. Since this amp has a 12AX7 inside of it, I assumed that it would be able to deliver plenty of overdrive, but unfortunately, it can't. Even when I hit the front end as hard as I possibly can, there isn't a whole lot of distortion going on. Not to say I don't like that tone, but I expect something a little more aggressive when I completely crank the drive knob. So, is that tube in there really doing much? Not really. I mean, it's genuinely glowing, which is better than some other products out there, but it's not doing a whole lot for the tone. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, here we have yet another prime example of a gimmick tube. It sucks. I hate when companies just throw tubes in things for the sake of it, because without a completely useless tube in here, this amp would be even more affordable than it already is. And that benefits everybody. But one major positive that I shouldn't fail to mention is that this amp is only 10 pounds. It's kind of ridiculous given how powerful and tweakable it is. In conclusion, this is a very surgical amp to work with. Doesn't have a lot of vibe or mojo to it. It is just clean, loud, and neutral. And that's not necessarily a bad thing here, because it gives you plenty of options for you to shape your sound into whatever you need. It's not for people who like to just plug in and play, nor is it for anyone who wants any sort of distortion from their amp. This is for people who love EQ, and I have yet to find anything else on the market that really comes close in terms of tweakability, especially around $400. That about does it for this. Thank you for watching. Make sure to leave me a like or a comment down below, and I'll see you next time.